A brand new Indian Scout. It's gonna be released next week, and I think I know exactly what it is. It's coming up, Fast Lane. Hey guys, welcome to Fast Lane. I am so excited about this episode. I've been sitting on this for like a year. I discovered something. I've kind of been holding it. I've talked to a couple people about it, but I've been waiting until the day Indian was gonna announce or bring out their new Indian Scout. I'm really gonna be surprised if I'm wrong about this. So in October of 2022, October 5th to be precise, there was an article that came out in Cycle World. I don't know if it was in the magazine or online, or maybe that's all the same thing. I don't know. This dude named Ben Purvis discovered something that I think is pretty extraordinary, but most people don't know anything about this. Matter of fact, even some of Indian's own brand ambassadors don't have a clue, because I've watched a couple videos and I'm like, that dude don't know what's going on here. No shade at all to those guys, because they're just trying to do their job the best they can, just like the rest of us. And hey, they're an Indian brand ambassador and I'm not, so. But before we get into all that, I need you to do something for me. If you like this kind of content, would you like the video right there? Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and then share it to all your friends around the world. It helps these videos go all over, and I super appreciate you for it. Sometime back in 2022, this dude named Ben Purvis discovers that Indian Motorcycle, Polaris precisely, has applied for the patent once again on the name Indian Scout 101. Now that's where it gets interesting, because it's not Indian Scout. They've already got that name. They've been using that for years now. And they've actually been holding the rights to the name Indian Scout 101 since like 2012. They had to renew it in like, I think 2015 or something. I guess it's called a trademark or something. I don't know. However, back in I think like 2021, something was passed, and it's called the Trademark Modernization Act. Basically what the Trademark Modernization Act does is that it makes it a lot harder to hold on to the rights of a trademark without using it for a long period of time. So it's kind of a use it or lose it kind of thing. You just can't sit on a name forever without doing something with it. So when Polaris Indian applied for this trademark, the Scout 101, the understanding was that it's to be used on motorcycles and structural parts. In other words, it can't just be like coffee mugs and t-shirts and stuff like that. So I was pretty confident at the end of last year when I read this article that this thing was gonna have to be used pretty soon, and it was gonna be on a new Scout 101. So if you're not familiar with the Scout 101, this is a model that was basically made from about 1928 to 1931, and it basically replaced the original machine that debuted in 1919. Now the Scout 101 is an iconic bike, and the reason is because it's basically like the little mean racer in the Scout line. Lighter, faster, and just all in all cooler. And as a matter of fact, even to this day, I guess it's the choice of those guys that ride the wall of death. So basically what Ben said in this article is this is evidence of a new Scout that's gonna surpass all the other variants in the lineup. So let me give you my predictions on what's gonna change about the Scout. Now, I don't know, is the frame gonna change? Are they gonna change some of the basic stuff? Is it gonna be a whole new machine? I don't know about that. I have no clue, because I have no inside track on anything with Indian Motorcycle. I mean, come on guys, why don't you ever talk to me? I mean, my top video has like 350,000 views talking about your precious Indian Scout. Anyways, enough about all that. That's enough of a shameless plug and actually a kind of begging, I guess. Here's my prediction of what's gonna change on the Scout. First and foremost, it's gonna be faster, all right? It's gonna have a faster engine. Now, these guys are no slouch. This has got a 1200cc engine, 90 horsepower. They're pretty quick, man. They're pretty fun and they're pretty quick bikes, but I guarantee you, this 101 is gonna be quicker. I believe it's gonna have a low slung bar. Probably almost a tracker style bar is what I think, because I think this is gonna be a modern take on this classic machine. They're not gonna wanna go too retro, because a lot of people aren't into that and they wanna sell this bike. We're gonna see a suspension upgrade, without a doubt. There's gonna be a suspension upgrade. I think it's gonna sit up higher. I think it's gonna have more ground clearance so you can corner faster. I think we're gonna see upside down forks in the front, probably an upgrade. to like gas struts in the back, or maybe a monoshock or something. Something's gonna be improved in the back area. The bike's gonna sit up, like I said. All in all, it's gonna handle better. Probably gonna have like Brembo brakes or some kind of fancy brake setup. I'm gonna guarantee that. Some fancy exhaust, I guarantee you. And then the overall aesthetics of the bike. I don't think it's gonna look, like I said, incredibly retro. I could be totally wrong. I think it's gonna be a modern take on a retro machine, much like we've seen like with the Mustangs, the Challenger, some of these things, but in motorcycle form, it's gonna be a modern take on that retro bike, but they don't wanna get too retro on it because everybody's not into that. And when you're trying to make a performance machine nowadays, you gotta make a machine that people who are into the modern motorcycle world are gonna like. And the colors. It's definitely gonna come out in red. I guarantee you. Red, black, with a touch of gold. I think it's kind of a gold brown. I'm not sure. I think the badging's gonna be a bit retro, so that's where they're gonna throw in the retro flair. And then I definitely think it's gonna come with probably a brown seat to kind of top that all off. I think maybe even the frame might be red. Kind of like they've done on the FTRs where they've had that color matched frame. Maybe the wheels as well will be color matched to the bike, red or something like that, gold, I don't know. It's gonna be really exciting to see what they do with this thing. So those are my predictions and opinions. Now I could be completely off base. I will say this, watching the teaser that they just put out a couple days ago, the bike on the teaser is the Scout 101. I guarantee you, I've researched it, I know these bikes. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat. No, I won't, I like this hat. If I'm wrong, I'll own it that I'm wrong. But I really believe it is the Scout 101 model with all the evidence of the trademark, and just looking at the bike in the pictures, I'm just going, yeah, that's a 101 Scout. And then aesthetically, you know, my predictions of the aesthetics, I could be totally off base, but if you're making a 101, why wouldn't you make it look a lot like a 101? We will see on the launch day. It's April 2nd. It's gonna be a live stream. I'm definitely gonna be watching. I might even do a live stream of myself watching the live stream. I don't know. I'm super excited about it. Let me know in the comments below what you think this bike is gonna be. Tell me if I'm totally wrong. Tell me if I'm off base. Tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm stupid. Well, don't do that. Be nice. Then make sure that you like, share the video, subscribe, and hit notification bell so you can see more videos like this. I'll see you next time. Hey, there's a brand new Indian Scout, and I think it's the Scout 101. It's fast lane.